Surviving Sister Wives contains adult content that may not be suitable for Latter-day Saints or sinners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Sister Wives.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and this is Special Forces Season 4, Episode 6, Grit.
Not True Grit, just Grit. True Grit is a movie. That's a different thing. Don't worry about that.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. It's a cowboy film, though, so Kody would be into it.
Oh, he's a fan.
Yeah.
And maybe Janelle, too.
Maybe.
Sam Elliott in it?
No, I don't think so.
Well, we're 6 days in to this experiment of Special Forces, and Kody is still alive and kicking. And I'm getting a little bitter about it. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, he's taken a couple shots this week, so this was good. This was what I'm here for, right? Like, this was the whole point of watching this, was to see Kody get punched in the face occasionally.
And this episode delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't believe he's really made it this far. They keep making fun of him for being the oldest person there still. There have been allegations, rumors. Ravi seems very convinced that Kody was on some type of amphetamines or something.
Stimulants
that no one else received.
Expired caffeine supplements and whatnot to increase his production output, I suppose, for the show here.
That, or they better start studying lemons. Hot lemon water, what does it do to the body?
Nobody really knows. If you hear background noise, there's some construction that's going on around the house.
We can't control it. We wish we could.
So
it
just
is
a heads
quiet
up on
right
that.
now, though.
It's quiet right now, so I think we caught the lull for the day, but you might hear some background noise, rumblings in the back here.
We have 11 recruits remaining. That's a lot for having 4 days left of this show.
It's too many. We never really had like a big everybody, leaving simultaneously sort of thing. I think the most we've lost in an episode was like 3, right?
Yeah. I had a lot of hope that we'd start losing a lot of people now because the DS are threatening right off the bat. We're going to start taking armbands today.
Today's the day.
We're not putting up with it anymore. We're trying to drive you all to quit, and your will is too strong, so we're just going to start ripping armbands off.
You've stuck it out this long, but we can't keep this many people moving forward.
So they're all in the parade square, lined up, and they tell them they have to hold their Birkins over their head. You know what? I almost just said Birkins.
The Birkenstocks.
Hold your Birkin bags.
Put your Birkenstocks over your head. But keep them on your feet, too.
So these bags have to be super heavy because everybody was struggling to hold them for 10 seconds.
Fully lock out the arms above your head. Well, plus you have to think about it's the continued fatigue that we have here. This is early morning. You've slept on a cot. It's day 6. Physical exertion has just been accumulating at this point. And this is the episode where we're starting to see the breakdown of what's going on there. It's just coming down to a durability issue.
I was very disappointed by the lack of technique that we saw. Not a lot of lifters in the crowd.
They're just muscling it up.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to get it up over their head here. Not really focusing on the form necessarily.
Someone's going to throw their back out.
Well, I mean, yeah, this was kind of an ominous task for this morning, aside from Eric also dropped the soap in the shower. So if you want to take that as an omen, something's going to happen here, right? This is bad news bears.
That was the first time I actually realized the showers were there.
They're out there. Yeah. They're just.
Have people just been chilling in the nude, showering out there this whole time and we haven't noticed it?
Yeah. I mean, you might keep your skivvies on or something and then just change them after. I don't know, though. They don't have cameras in the showers, thankfully.
Good.
This is good news. But the reason why they're forcing them to place the Birkins over their head is because Chickenfry's shoes were untied when she came out to parade.
Oh,
so this
that
is
was
a punishment. Yeah, because you're supposed to be checking each other's kits, too. Because they called for them. We're heading out to the mission. Get on parade. Be ready to go. And then Brianna Chickenfry is not ready to go. Her shoes are untied. Maybe that's why her toenails fell off. Because your shoes don't fit.
You tie those babies a little tighter,
Tie them a little, you get them a little snug in there.
Why do they keep talking back to the DS? Because when they said something to her about it, she was like, they were tied before I ran out here.
Okay, I didn't ask for a whole story. Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. They are untied, are they not? Yes, they are untied.
Just don't say anything.
I'm sorry.
No, don't even say that.
No, you can say sorry,
You
Steph.
say nothing.
Say
Look
sorry,
straight
Steph.
ahead and say nothing.
So I think this ties in with, as we were watching in the Discord group, some people were kind of calling out, it seems like the DS are just so much meaner to the women. I don't think it is focused on the women in the way that it's noticeable. I think a lot of those interactions end up making the cut to be included in the show because the women are responding. So then there is a back and forth, and there's drama then that comes from that is because they're kind of arguing now. Whereas I'm sure that they're saying these things in this tone to the guys as well, but then they get no reaction. It's just a blank stare.
Okay.
And then are you going to televise that? Not as quickly as you would show somebody arguing and talking back.
But to clarify that, you're not saying that in the way of women are just so emotional that they have to say something back.
No, I'm saying that like the guys that are on here, most of them are NFL, like former NFL professional athletes. And like the people who are talking back are the people who are not professional athletes, do not have military experience. They are used to responding and explaining and talking for a living.
Yeah, that's true.
So like Kody keeps doing it too, because he keeps whispering stuff under his breath. He keeps saying things. They're yelling at him to shut up. And then he's apologizing under his breath.
I was giggling that that's his new approach, that he just whispers. The whole episode, there were 2 or 3 instances where he whispered something to himself because he just can't help but say something.
He needs to say it. He needs to focus on it. He needs to get that out of his system. And so when he does say it, then he gets yelled at, and he doesn't like that either. So he's really trying to button it up here, tighten it up. But that was just something that called into question for, maybe that's why. It's the people who are responding are the personalities.
People used to being coached are the people who are being quiet.
Yes.
And then everybody else who, like, it's Gia, it's Brianna Chickenfry.
Yeah. It's Kody.
A little bit of Chanel, it's Kody.
It's Kody.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Chanel, she's struggling to hold her Bergen over her head, and then it gets worse from there because they go on what looks like a long run that they may or may not have used AI to help generate additional footage of.
I don't know. It looked weird. Yeah, if it was like drone footage that was altered or doctored or adjusted for the purposes.
I couldn't tell if it was that or just because everybody's wearing the same uniform and then the terrain is so consistent, like the colors and just everything is rocky.
It looks alien.
It looks, the whole picture just looks very dystopian. So I couldn't tell if it was that or if it was genuinely AI.
So this is already becoming like insurmountable for Chanel at this point. She is dropping further and further behind. She can't keep up with the group because they're picking up the pace now. They haven't even made it to the challenge yet. This is like the hike to the challenge.
They're running through rubble.
It's all rocky terrain. Yeah. And so she's trying to keep up with them as best she can. She's not. So then they have to pull her number. They send her home. She has been dismissed.
That felt egregious after the last episode.
Well, they were trying to get her to quit.
I know. Like they worked so hard to try to knock her out of the competition, to have it be the run to the first challenge that takes her out. That sucks.
Because they called you in for questioning, you were on their radar. And then you weren't doing well with like the punishment stuff of holding the Bergen over your head. Now you're falling behind. You can't even make it to the next mission. So yeah, you're not fit for the competition. If this is your best, that's not good enough. You got to go home.
I don't think anyone was really surprised, but it just sucked because she worked so hard to get past the point last episode where they were trying to get in her head, and she did it and she stayed. Now she's gone.
Well, maybe it's a blessing in disguise because
I would have been so happy at home watching what I missed.
Yeah,
that would be full relief.
This is the Postman walk, which is just dangling across a rope. You're just scurrying your way across this 170-foot ravine of just rocky terrain down below.
Okay, can I tell you, I really am questioning, is this stuff happening in real life?
Yes.
They're just throwing a rope across 2 mountains and they're like, we're going to go this way.
Yeah, because did you hear what he was saying? He was saying if you like try to go
I understand
down around
that
these
it's gonna
mountains,
be very difficult to.
It'll take a week.
Yes.
If you go across this way, it'll take 10 minutes. So, yes, we're going to do that.
I'm not. Someone else is.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Did they have to make the rope so loose?
There's something about it. There are several ropes involved. I don't know what all of their jobs are.
So
what it all entails.
There's the rope for your feet.
Yes.
Then there's a rope for your hands to grasp. And then there was a third rope involved. But I think that had to do with the
like
safety harness.
One. Yeah, there's something that they're anchored to that's like a secure line too.
And everything just droops in the middle.
Yeah, and that's what they keep making the emphasis of, like, momentum. And I was like, I don't know what that means. See, like, these are the types of instructions.
Do not stop.
Well, I get that. But, like, if you're losing your balance and then you're going to fall, like, you can't keep moving then. So you do have to, like, catch yourself and center yourself, then proceed with the movement again. But I get what they're saying of, like, oh, you just have to consistently move slow and steady.
And don't lose your balance, and you'll be good.
Well, yeah, but like the wind's blowing, and then we got some height differences here. It seemed like taller and shorter folks seemed to struggle with this. You needed to be in kind of like an average middle range.
Well, it felt like I need to be able to customize the ropes to my proportions.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
We don't have time for that. That's not what's happening.
And you have 10 minutes to do it.
Oh, yeah, because this is the part of the challenge, too. They're breaking everyone up into teams of 3, and then you all have to cross within 10 minutes.
Or preferably less. That'd be great.
Preferably less, but, I mean, we're not making any promises here.
Our first team is Randall, Brianna, and Gia. I think our girls were like, praise the Lord, we finally get to do a team challenge where we're not paired with Kody Brown.
Blessing in disguise? Not really, though, because, I mean, turns out Kody didn't do too terrible on this. So maybe you would have wanted him on your team.
No, you would have had to stood there with him and listen to him the entire time talk about how you should approach it and what he thinks about how everyone else is doing.
Here's the difference. Kody would have gone first had he been on their team. He would have flew across, and then they would have been so confused by all the different instructions that he gave that they would have gone even slower than they did at this, which they didn't do terrible. It was just Randall was about like 2 minutes that he took up, and then Chickenfry took like 4 minutes, and then Gia took a little bit longer than that. So she like just missed it.
Well, Gia's struggling with the height problem that we mentioned.
Right.
Because her arms are above her head, whereas other people's heads are above the rope.
Yeah, she's like full extension, trying to hold on to this. It's like she has her Bergen over her head again.
And then at one point, they have a little like GoPro strapped on their helmets.
Which we're not seeing a lot of that footage, so...
What was the point?
Is this just to annoy her or to disrupt this? I mean, it kind of played in. I think other people had GoPros on their helmets too, but we haven't seen too much of that footage intercut, I don't think.
Well, it seems like it became a safety hazard because one of the ropes gets stuck on the GoPro and it's pulling her helmet down so she can't see.
She's been having all sorts of helmet problems since the tunnel.
Maybe her head's too small.
Well,
for the size helmet they gave her.
She was freaking out in the tunnel where she was trying to pull her helmet off, and they were like, go in there. And then they forced her in there, and then her helmet was flopping all around on her head, and around her head mostly. So, yeah, she was struggling with the helmet for a few days now.
It didn't get better from here.
Well, this seemed like it's on the helmet. If you feel the rope on the helmet, you just move your head. Why is she... She's locked in stationary.
Are you gonna thrash your head around while you're 170 feet up in the air with your feet on a rope?
If the rope is like pushing down on my head like that, yeah, I would adjust to try and get it out of there.
She does cross the entire thing. She just doesn't do it in time.
Not in time. So that's what they're upset about. That's what they're yelling at her for. And then if one person fails, technically you all fail because it was a shared time that got you over there. So the first group fails. It didn't go so well.
I'm wondering if she's getting to the point that maybe she'll VW soon because she's talking back to the DS.
She's getting fed up.
Not just talking back, she rolled her eyes. Day 1, day 2, Gia wouldn't have done that. Day 6, Gia, tired of this bullshit.
She's getting sick of it. Yeah, she doesn't like being here, and now she's getting yelled at constantly, too. Now it's just annoying to be here. It's an inconvenience that I don't want to continue with.
We had one group of 4 instead of 3. They didn't show us much. Did they give them more than 10 minutes?
They breezed through. Yeah, I don't know if they were just like, oh, you guys are the lucky group. We're not going to time you because there's 4 people in your group, so see you later.
Well, that was the group with Mark, Jesse, Sean, and Andrew.
Maybe they glossed over it because, if they just added another, 3 minutes and 20 seconds for that group, but then they didn't want to have to explain all that to us, so they just
feel like it was part of that. And
swooshed.
Then also, whenever we have any type of challenge that Sean Johnson is going to excel at from a gymnastic standpoint, they do not show us.
They're like, oh, okay, let's just move this along here. So then we get to Kody's group. So that's Christie, Kody, and Eric. And Christie starts them off strong. I think she only took like 3 minutes. And then Kody took about 3 minutes. So they were like right on task, because that's, if you break it up, the 10 minutes divided out for 3 people, it's about 3.5 minutes, just under 3.5 minutes per person. Plus they're counting like that in between time when they're like getting the next person connected to the line and stuff like that. So about 3 minutes.
Do you think Kody was upset to be paired with the old woman?
He's an old man.
I know. We know that. We observe that.
I wouldn't be upset to be paired with Christie. I'd be like, yeah, she's kicking ass here. This is good.
She's been failing a lot of the challenges.
Well, she's been failing challenges,
but had a little mess up, and almost it seemed like she was going to fail.
So close, yeah. So this was like her first shot at maybe passing something here. And Kody is cheering Eric on, who has about 4 minutes to get to the other side here. And he's like, yeah, good move, Eric. Good move, good motion. He's like complimenting his form.
Wait, did we skip over Kody going?
Oh, he breezed through it. He wasn't, he kind of wobbled in the middle there a little bit. They kept making fun of his face that he was making too. He was very concentrated at the end there. So they were ripping on him for that.
It was the tell the whole world face.
A little bit, yeah.
It was familiar. Also, unfair, because this is the second challenge that they've given them in a row where Kody has done this before.
Oh, putting the lights up in the cul-de-sac? Yes. Yeah. I don't have my ladder nearby, and Peyton's not here to spot me, but I'm used to blowing in the breeze.
I think I can do it.
Yeah, the 60 mile an hour
Is there another
wind.
rope I need to traverse to hang some lights on another house?
Okay, if you guys just send the lights over to me, I could plug them in on this side.
That's what they needed to add to his run. And you're going to take this string of Christmas lights.
Here, hold this.
And wrap them around the rope as you go.
Here's a grenade. Hold this. Because that's usually what happens. They just hand you something and you go, oh, okay.
Okay, we just need this show to be produced by a different set of producers where they just troll everybody.
Yeah, it's just pulling things in from the show then at that point, basically. But no, so Eric has like 4 minutes. Kody's complimenting him. He's being told to shut up. And that's when he's just whispering to himself, sorry, under his breath, because he's apologizing now for speaking out of turn. They're picking up on the fact that Kody is a talker.
He seems to think that if he's saying something positive, it's okay to talk. If you're encouraging your team or you're giving feedback that's good, that means it's okay to say something.
But I think the DS knows that the only reason that Cody's doing that is so that it feels like he gets credit for it too. Like he doesn't know.
He wants to feel like he's coaching them.
Yeah.
He needs to be the one who's in control to some extent. Like he thinks he's the leader.
Yeah, like he doesn't know how else to help people. So he just yells things to them or tells them to do things when they're already doing them. And then he's like, oh, I led them. And I look at my leadership capabilities
against
here.
Their will.
They wouldn't have been able to complete the task otherwise. But I don't know, maybe it distracted Eric more. He kind of gets a little caught up. Again, a little too tall for the rope setup here, where as soon as he goes over the rope a little bit, then he really needs to catch himself. He overcorrects, and he kind of gets a little wobbly in the middle there. He's not really making too much forward progress. And so he doesn't make it in
He
time.
runs out of time.
Runs out of time.
Yeah, you know what the worst thing about this challenge was? Everybody made it across the rope. They just didn't do it in time.
Not in time. And especially for like, Gia was pretty close and Eric was pretty close, but it was just like, nope, not fast enough.
Because this is another challenge where they'd have to send the chopper out to get me.
No, you can't stop in the middle. Because what's going to happen is they're going to say, all right, fall off. Are you going to fall off? Are you going to jump off so they can reel you in like a fish on the line?
Is there a trampoline below?
No, it's 170 foot
There's no
drop.
cargo netting?
No, that's the safety line. You're on like a safety line. So if you fall off, you're just going to be dangling like a Christmas tree ornament. Is that what you want to do?
I've gone immobile midway through. There's no...
keep going.
My hands won't let go.
Nope, shut it down. Keep going. Bottle it up. Think about it later. Get scared later. Or throw up in the car later, because that's what Eric ends up doing. Well, he threw up out the window, which is preferred, I guess. Was he throwing up or was he coughing stuff up? It seemed like it was more of a Jussie Dusty situation.
The dust is getting to everybody. Dust and the dirt. I would not do well. I'm highly allergic to dust mites.
Yeah.
That's why.
Another reason you're not deployed. That's the main barrier.
Medical withdrawal. I'm going to need an Allegra, some Benadryl. I didn't wake up to be on parade this morning.
You can't fight terrorism if you're unconscious, so you're not going to be able to pop a Benadryl.
Poor Christie is in the back seat of this car as Eric's rolling the window down, and every time he goes to stick his head out the window, she has to duck. Disgusting.
It's not sounding good. Well, they get back to the barracks and Eric's like, oh, I'm still not feeling great. I think I'm going to go step outside a little bit, get some fresh air, because I think it's just all this dust. And while he's out there, whoosh, they pull the bag over his head and they drag him in for tactical questioning. Because this is his focus episode.
Are they making them sit with the bag on their head for a long period of time before they actually take it off? Because everybody seems like they can't see shit when the bag comes off.
No, I think it's just generally from the amount of time that it takes them to walk in. That's a couple of minutes with the bag over your head.
Just disoriented.
So your eyes are just used to complete darkness. And then when they pull that bag off your head, then... yeah, you're like flashbanged here. Now you're talking to him. Here we go. So he's facing the same thing that all NFL players are facing at this point, where their entire life was football. All they know is football. Their identity was football, and now they don't play football, so they just sort of exist.
Who am I if not football? I am getting bored of this story.
It's repeating too many times.
Well, I think it's really... shining a light on the fact that professional athletes, this is an issue that needs to be rectified.
I would argue,
NFL, the NBA.
I was going to say, I would argue this is like a men's mental health thing in general, where what am I without job? What am I without the work that I contribute to the shareholder earnings? Like, I don't matter in any other way. This is my only value. This is my only contribution to society.
Very American.
So, like, I think that's the problem that I have more so. But he's just kind of talking through about, like, how his career ended, too, because he retired instead of, he was, like, worried about being cut from a team. So he sort of...
got ahead of that.
Yeah, jumped in front of that because he was afraid of failing. So then that becomes his other sort of focus here as well. He was holding himself back because he was afraid of failure.
And this is kind of like the first time he's ever expressed this to anybody, and bottling it up led to a lot of depression. And the DS are just like, you got to let it out. You got to talk to people. You got to tell people what you're feeling. Depression
is hard. The more you know pops up on the screen there, because that was the general consensus.
I feel like we maybe could have had like a better PSA.
Maybe, yeah, like
a more thorough one.
Something a little bit more detail oriented, I suppose. That could be part of that. But he's basically found his value in supporting his wife now. Okay, great. But you need to find yourself too. So that's sort of the takeaway that they're kind of going with.
The challenge that they're giving him while he's here for 4 remaining days.
allegedly, because then he's back at the barracks. Jesse was very quick to support him. As soon as he's back, she's checking in on him, making sure he's okay.
I'm starting to question Jesse's judge of character, because also during that earlier challenge when Kody was crossing, she mentioned she's talking to Sean or somebody who was on camera.
Yeah.
And she called Kody her little buddy.
Little buddy?
My little buddy.
Somebody said dad, though. Whoever she was talking to.
Someone very wildly misinformed.
No, thank you, daddy.
Don't worry, he'll abandon you too and never talk to you again after you're done here.
Yeah. You're never going to see him again. Pretty much.
Murderball is the next challenge we have. Murderball.
Well, I love on the car ride there, too. Brianna Chickenfry was like, I would rather be tortured than do anything physical in this next one. And it's like, well, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Murderball. Like, we're going to play a little game today.
This is basically football, rugby, soccer.
Kickboxing, MMA, for some people.
Some people took the no rules. Well, it wasn't even no rules. It was, there's pretty much no rules is what the DS said.
It was, yeah. The staff is going to call your number because we're splitting you up into two teams, Alpha and Bravo. The staff,
they're really not creative.
Those are the letters.
Can we pick names next time?
No, these are the letters. These are the designations.
Another reason I'm getting sent home.
Yeah, absolutely not. The staff is going to call numbers. That's who is going to be in the battle here for Murderball. When you hear go, they say, you can pretty much do what you want.
No helmets.
No, there's no helmets. There's no
nothing.
pads.
There's no pads. There's nothing.
Which is why this is more along the lines of rugby at this point.
And why it's terrifying. Because they're standing on opposite ends of this mud pit and looking at ex-NFL players that they're about to run into.
That you're going to sprint towards and try to get there. So I think for me, I'm like, okay, I think I would run towards the ball, but I don't want to be the first one at the ball because then you have to stop, bend over, and pick up the ball. I don't want to be that guy.
I don't want the ball.
I don't want the ball. Yeah, no, I don't want the ball. Are you kidding me?
Also, it's not like a football. It's just a little round ball.
As most balls tend to be.
The
cube balls are very difficult to run with.
There's nothing to grip.
Triangle balls, forget it.
Did they have gloves? Kody was like, I got to go back to my personal stash of stuff that I brought with me.
He busted out his trusty moving denims for this one. They
have all of the guys except for Kody come out at first. Did you notice that?
Yeah, they were like, why don't you sit this one out? The first one. Just we'll take it easy here.
If production was like, he's been pretty good. Like he's good at the challenges. So maybe let's not risk an injury by having him go in there with Eric and Andrew and Randall right off the bat.
Let's let them tire each other out on the first one. And then we'll do a round with the ladies as well. So the women will get their chance. And then they do a run with everyone all together.
And that's when it looked like they called him in for the first time.
That looks crazy. Well, I think there was, I mean, that's what they say.
He wasn't as covered in mud as everybody else.
They probably ran this for so long. We saw some extra footage of stuff that got posted on social media too. And there was a lot more of what was going on in between here too. So they were out here for a while and they were running more than just what we saw in the episode here that was posted. There's some different theories where some people are like, hey, stay on your feet. You won't get hurt. And it's like, I think it's inevitable. You are going to end up in the dirt.
I'd rather be in the mud.
I don't know.
It's squishy.
I don't want to be in the mud.
I want to be
with four
as
people on top of
low
you.
as possible. Away from everybody.
Well, that's not going to happen. Because
I do not want to get crushed by these football players.
Yeah, they're piling on here. And then that's the other part too, is Brianna Chickenfry is just popping off. She is firing punches and kicking people. And she's just like, no holds barred here.
Okay. Brianna Chickenfry pissed me off. Let me tell you what, bitch. If you kick me in the middle of this challenge, it's going to turn into a one-on-one fight between the two of us. I'm not going for the ball anymore.
I don't care about the ball.
I don't care that they said there's pretty much no rules. I feel like there's There's a level of decorum that we can expect from each other as athletes in this challenge.
And as teammates, even though...
I expect to not be sucker punched or kicked with a steel toe boot because I'm doing the challenge.
Because I think she hit Christie. Brianna was like the third person called in, because it was like when the women were going, the one that they showed us, it was Christie versus Gia, and they got kind of stalemate in the middle there where they were fighting over the ball, but they weren't really moving anymore. So that's when they would call other people in. So then here comes Chickenfry, and she comes flying in and just starts punching Christie in the ribs to try and get her to let go of the ball. She kicked her on the way in. Or no, and then that was another one where she kicked Andrew and then punched him because she was like, we're going up against the guys. They're huge. How am I going to do this? And so she just started swinging, hauling off.
I wonder if she has a lot of brothers or something.
I don't know.
You know, is this just like, this is how it kept up roughhousing?
She already bopped.
Because she went
Sean
right to
in
that.
the nose.
That was her first plan. I'm just going to start kicking.
Yeah, she went right to, I'm just going to fight people here. Like, I don't know how to do sports ball. She would have been kicked out of gym class for any of this behavior here, I think.
I thought they were calling her the Terminator, but that's what they were calling Christie.
That was Christie, because Christie kept scoring. She was winning single-handedly, basically. She kept ending up with the ball and taking it over the line. And so that's why, yeah, they were calling her the Terminator, because you can't stop her. Kody was getting stopped at midfield because Sean would just attach to him like a spider monkey. And she latched on. She was not letting go.
Drug him down.
She said, she called it out. That was her move. She was like, oh, when we get over there, like, just grab onto the big guys, just climb on their back and just drag them down, drag them to the ground, like bog them down with your body. And that is exactly what she did to Kody, tied him up.
He didn't know what to do.
No.
How's he supposed to react?
I don't know what to do.
Robin's going to be very upset. There's another woman hanging on him.
I don't think anybody smacked his ass, though, so I think we're okay. I think we're safe from that.
He hasn't learned how to get out of that move when Ari won't let him out the front door.
That feels like an Ari move, right? Yeah. Like that.
Maybe that's why he froze up.
Yeah, he didn't know how to react. He got socked in the face pretty good. Eric caught him. There was that one slow-mo shot where it was just palm to the face.
Everybody's noses are bloody.
Everybody got hit in the face.
Multiple people think their nose is broken.
I think my favorite part of the entire endeavor was when Chickenfry was running with the ball. She was about to get tackled, and she yelled, "You can't do that!" After she had just kicked and punched everybody on the field. She's telling people they can't tackle her. I think I would have tackled her again just for good measure. Probably.
I hope this is how she lost her toenails.
I hope
just
so too.
because that's karma.
You've earned it. Yeah. Oh, both of my big toenails broke off and fell off in my boot because I was kicking people in the skull playing Murderball. All right. Well, I think you got what you deserved.
So we end this with Eric got a goal, Christie got 2 goals, and everybody's bleeding.
Everybody's hurt. The NFL players seem to have taken the brunt of it because I think they're used to going full contact with pads on. So then when they don't have pads and you're smashing into people, it's like, oof, I went a little too hard.
Well, I did also notice that some people took the approach of run at everybody. And then as the football players collide, kind of slow down.
Oh, yeah.
Hang back.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That would have been my approach too. That's what I'm saying. Don't go for the ball right away. You could catch the person who has the ball and try to bring them down, sure. But I don't want to get the ball. I don't want to be the first one making contact with this thing. Get me out of here.
Eric really isn't doing good. It's pretty obvious that he has an injury that's more than just, it kind of hurts from doing this challenge. He can't even hold his Birkin anymore. His Birkin. He can't carry his Birkin back to the camp with them.
Right.
Someone else has to hold his bag.
Someone else has to hold his bag. Yes. Back at the barracks, though, Christie and Sean are talking about how much fun they had, though. That was actually really fun. I had a good time. Murderball?
That's why I keep saying people who go furthest in the show are mentally ill.
I think I would have had fun if I didn't get hurt. If I was getting hurt, I'd be like, I'm not having fun. If Brianna Chickenfry kicked me while I was down on the ground, not having fun.
You know, just because they gave you a ball, it doesn't mean it was a game.
What is that? What do you mean by that? That sounds so threatening.
Like I feel like they think, oh, how much fun we had. It was kind of like we were in gym class. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was like playing dodgeball, sorta. It was like playing Red Rover and rugby.
Also, someone in the Discord was saying, like, the reason they're having them do this is not so that you have a fun game reminiscent of your days playing football and soccer. It's to train you to just do something on command.
Well, that, and then also to get it out of your head of, oh my gosh, they're so much bigger than me. My opponent is so much bigger and stronger than me. I should just turn around and run away at this point. And it's like, no, you have to fight. So it's kind of to instill that too, which they did get that out of Chickenfry. They were like, well, yeah, punch and kick then, I guess.
Fight or flight.
So she did.
She went into fight.
She did it.
Yeah, I just feel like maybe the lesson was missed on Christie and Sean a little bit.
Yeah, they were having a little too much fun with it because they were like, yeah, we were actually pretty good at that, you know?
Like, production's watching them say this and they're like, everything we throw at them, they're like, give us more.
They're having fun.
We loved it.
Having
Can
a
we
good
do
time.
it again tomorrow?
Can we play dodgeball tomorrow? That's what usually happens now. Is now you're getting requests, but
the DS was super impressed by Christie.
the Terminator.
How nice to be called in because they think, wow, she was really impressive and let's learn a little bit more about her. Christie's story is that she played soccer for 19 years and had a shitty husband that whole time.
That's what we learned in tactical questioning. We can't call it interrogation. We have to call it something else. But the staff is still very impressed with her. I think that was what they were trying to figure out. They were like,
what trauma do you have in your life that's driving you to do so well in this
why
competition?
are you succeeding here? But then also, who are you? Who are you?
We haven't really taken notice of you until today. That's such an insult.
You just kind of didn't really stand out. I didn't realize you were here necessarily. You're very quiet. Didn't even realize you were part of the team. But this is a divorce trauma storyline, which she beat Kody to the punch on that.
He's going to be so upset.
He's going to be very upset.
Although we did get the football players going, who am I without football? So maybe he can repeat the divorce thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I think this was like the third existential crisis by football. And I mean, this one kind of was too, if it's by football. But it's different. Not so much in football because she was very good at that and excelled at that and did great. But then that was the comparison point was in her personal life. She felt like she couldn't lead this tragic marriage.
Where is all the lost footage of Christie bringing this up? Because we did see her sitting on her cot talking to someone about her divorce.
Yeah.
We have to have Kody butting in to talk about how he's had 3 divorces.
Oh, if you think one divorce is bad, Christie, I've had 3.
And he was married for longer.
Yeah, so it's always a pissing contest for Kody of how his situation is even worse than anything that you could imagine.
I don't think they gave her anything to work on, did they?
No, they were commending her. They were impressed with her, so they were like, wow, what a great job. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. And she's like, okay, I guess. Thanks. Thank you.
I guess I'm good at this.
Okay.
I don't know.
know.
Well, while she's doing that, Eric got called in to see the doctor.
It's official. You blew your back out.
And if it wasn't going to be his back, I swear it was going to be his lungs.
His neck, his back. It's everywhere.
I guess it was technically his hip. Something to do with,
hasn't been able to realign
Rust.
it here. Yeah. The old fashioned way.
An old injury. It's coming back again, rearing its head again. It's sad.
So the doctor basically tells him, yeah, we can't let you continue in the current shape that you're in. So we're going to medically tap you out and the DS is going to come in and take your armband and that's it for you. So he heads back to the barracks and he tells Jesse and Jesse's like, oh, thank God, because I'm leaving too. I'm going to VW then. If you're leaving right now.
She didn't believe him at first. Like, this man could not walk.
Like it's a trick.
He's been laying on the cot moaning since this afternoon.
Like the DS has told him to convince you that he's leaving so that you'll VW. And then when you're leaving, then he's going to be like, actually, I'm staying, and I stayed longer than you.
Tricked you into going.
Ha ha. It was a psyop from the beginning.
No, she's probably wondering Kody had to have some expired Quaaludes or like some old Advil or something in his bag.
No, it was Ravi who snuck in the Advil, so the dealer's gone. Yeah, he left yesterday.
Well, that's no mistake then why everybody's bodies are falling apart now.
Right, yeah, everybody's feeling it now.
So that's it. She taps out. She's gone.
She makes a quick pit stop by the DS barracks and then lets them know, here's my armband. Thank you for your service.
They were like very understanding about it.
Well, that was Rudy, yeah.
I know, but wouldn't you expect, I'd be upset, like, don't go, please. Why don't you stay?
Well,
You're so good at this.
Are you sure? Like, he was making sure that this is exactly what you wanted.
I want to be begged to stay after
no.
having been subjected to this torture for 6 days.
No. They're going to say, are you sure? Well, because even Eric was like, you want to think about it? You want to sleep on it? Wait till morning? It's like, you want me to sleep on this cot one more time? You think that's going to make me want to stay here longer? I think we can
get
call it.
Get a good night's sleep.
I think we can
see
call
how
it.
You feel in the morning.
No, I think we're calling it here.
So we lost 3 recruits this episode.
There it is. Yeah. The bonded pair departs.
Next episode better be Kody's highlight.
It seems like the DS is fed up with him because the one clip that we had in the preview was the DS yelling at Kody that you led yourself up your own ass. So that is what they screamed in his face because he must have been talking about his wonderful leadership abilities.
Okay, we need this. It's going to be so cathartic, isn't it, to see them really go in on him?
It's something special. Yeah. Like the physical torment was nice this week. It was a welcomed relief here. But I think next week to have it really hit home where you're terrible at this and you need to know that you're terrible at this because you think that you're doing really well. And I need you to understand that you are not.
You're mistaken, sir.
Sorely mistaken. Don't forget to set your brackets for next week. Don't let a bonded pair sneak up on you here.
That was 2 weeks in a row that people got screwed by Ravi going out early and now Jesse and Eric going back to back.
That broke some brackets a little bit, but hey, you could still muster here. And
all it takes is one bad week for everybody else.
Just 1 week can change the game. It's a tight race there up at the top here.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.